All right, so for today's deep dive, let's start with what has to be the ultimate high-stakes pivot.
Oh, you have to be talking about Zeno.
Of course. So picture this. It's around 300 BCE, and you're Zeno, a super wealthy merchant.
And in a single afternoon, a shipwreck just... dick, it wipes out everything, your cargo, your fortune, all of it.
Most people would just, spiral. But Zeno, he wanders into a bookstore in Athens, discovers Socrates.
And has this incredible realization. The shipwreck didn't actually ruin his life.
It freed him to do what he saw is the real work.
That's the origin story of Stoicism right there. He starts teaching at the Stoa Poikile, the painted porch.
And the location is so important, isn't it?
It's everything. I mean, unlike the Epicureans who were sort of hiding in private gardens.
Trying to avoid stress.
Exactly. The Stoics planted themselves right in the middle of the noisy, chaotic public market.
Which really signals their whole mission. They weren't trying to escape reality. They were building an operating system to handle it.
And the goal wasn't happiness, not in our modern smiley face sense. It was eudaimonia.
Which is more like human flourishing.
Yes. Think of it less as a philosophy and more as a kind of medical discipline for the soul. The whole point is building resilience.
Okay, so to do that, you have to start with the absolute bedrock of their system.
The dichotomy of control.
Right. Basically splitting the world into two buckets. Bucket A is what's up to us.
So your thoughts, your intentions, your character. That's it.
And bucket B is, well, everything else. Your reputation, your health, the economy.
The weather. And the mistake we all make is pouring all our energy into bucket B, which is a guarantee for anxiety.
But wait, a common criticism here is, isn't that just being passive? If I get fired, I'm just supposed to shrug.
That's the big misconception. It's not about passivity, it's about where you place your worth.
So you can try your absolute hardest to keep the job that's in your control.
But the final decision to fire you, that's not, and that's why it worked for such a wild range of people.
You mean like Epictetus the slave?
And Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome.
Huh?
One owned nothing, the other owned the known world.
But they were running the exact same mental software.
Which brings us to the idea of preferred indifference, because, let's be real, it's easier to be stoic when you're an emperor.
Right. So the Stoics would say, yeah, health is better than sickness, wealth is better than poverty, they're preferred.
But that, and this is the key, they are indifferent to your character. Having money doesn't make you a good person, and losing it doesn't make you a bad one.
It's just a tool. Owning a hammer doesn't automatically make you a good carpenter.
That's it. The only true good is virtue, which is just excellence in your own reasoning.
So to practice this, they developed this whole mental gym.
My favorite is premeditatio malorum, negative visualization.
It sounds so morbid. You deliberately imagine the worst-case scenario.
But it's actually, it's a gratitude hack. You mentally rehearse losing your job, and suddenly the fear loses its sting.
You've defanged the monster. And when you open your eyes and you still have that job, you appreciate it on a whole new level.
Then there's the view from above. You just zoom out from your body, over your city, the planet, into the cosmos.
It's the ultimate ego check. That guy who cut you off in traffic becomes just an insignificant speck.
It right-sizes your problems.
Yeah.
And they'd pair this with voluntary discomfort, taking a cold shower, eating plain food.
To prove to your brain, see, I'm fine. I don't need luxury to be okay.
You know, if all of this is sounding familiar, like something you'd hear in therapy.
There's a very good reason for that. This is basically the grandfather of cognitive behavioral therapy.
No, seriously. The founders of CBT, Albert Ellis and Aaron Beck, they lifted the core idea straight from the Stoics.
The idea that we are disturbed not by things, but by the views we take of them.
Exactly. The Stoics called it the discipline of assent. It's that tiny gap between an event and your judgment about it.
You have to check your impressions before you accept them as true.
It's all about reframing.
So, to wrap this all up, there's the final concept that ties it all together.
Amor fati.
Not just accepting fate, but loving it. Radical acceptance.
And the tool they used to get there was the reserve clause. Whenever they made a plan, they'd add, if fate permits.
It's like a built-in safety valve against frustration.
Which leads us to the final challenge for you listening.
Can you set a massive goal for yourself today? Ask someone out, start that business, while at the same time fully and completely accepting that the final outcome is out of your hands. That's the reserve clause in action. Thanks for diving in with us.